welcome back to the Trifles and Tribulations podcast, where we talk about our trifles and our tribulations, and the trifles never end because we tribulate through the trifles and tribulations.
And we also try not to die in San Francisco traffic.
Mm.
I'm not doing a good job of it.
Oh dear. What's your least favorite thing about traffic, or like driving in general?
My least favorite thing about driving in general is that I'm going so slow that I could play a video game, but then I can't because I'm still driving. That is the number one thing that pisses me off about traffic. It's terrible to say, but it's true. I don't like downtime like that. Like, I consider driving like a downtime, and it drives me insane that it's like I'm in this car and I'm just like staring forward, and it's like I could be playing a video game right now and I can't.
But you have to be focused.
Yeah.
It's such a monotonous thing. That's how it is for me when I have to do home shows, where you're basically just sitting at a booth for like several weeks, like back to back, going to different ones, and you're just waiting for someone to walk up and you can like give them your sales pitch, and then they just immediately walk away and be like, that's interesting. But usually people just sort of walk by and stare and be like, what is your business? And they're like trying to look at, whatever nonsense you've got going on, and you're like, hello, sir, can I answer any questions for you, or like give you any information? They're like, no, I'm just looking. And then they'll sit there and stand for like 10 more minutes, just like reading over, your banners that you've got, and they'll come up and they'll grab a card and they'll like look through your things and like, are you interested in our product? And can I tell you about it? No. It's like, why am I even here?
Exactly. It's like, well, obviously you're interested because you're reading things, and obviously you might want to buy product because you're taking the business card. Yet you won't let me tell you a single fucking thing about it. What is the point?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is wrong with you? I hate that. It makes me very frustrated. I think that's why I don't like doing those kind of things. I hate running benches for that reason.
What I hate most about driving is impatient people.
Yeah.
People that are like, I absolutely cannot stand being behind you for even a second longer. Get out of my way. You just need to not exist anymore. Let me get in front of you so that we can move at the exact same speed, but I just have to be in front of you. Why are people like that?
It's a good question. Like, I'll have people that are like zipping and zagging through traffic, and it's like they do actually get ahead because they are so fucking reckless that they will do things that are like literally inches from a fucking 10-car pileup. But they somehow pull it off because they do it so frequently they can kind of just guess the gap. And it's like, those kind of people, they do actually make some pretty decent progress because they're psychotic enough to do it.
Well, the reason why they're able to sneak in front of me into that space for a car is because that space for a car is not meant for another car to fit into. That's the space that I need in order to make sure that I can brake and whatnot. And people are like, oh, there's enough space for me to get in right there, and just be like, zoop. It's not like there's a reason for that. Oh, actually, no. My biggest pet peeve, or I don't even know what to describe it, but basically, when someone stops in the middle of the road, and this happens because, maybe there's something in the road, or there's pedestrians crossing, or, whatever reason. You never stop to let cars in. Don't do that. That's the worst thing to do. Don't ever do that. But sometimes you do need to stop for whatever reason. And the person behind you is like, why is this person stopped? They shouldn't be stopped. They must be an idiot. Let me just go around them. And then they have to stop because they realize, oh, this is the reason why they're stopped. Okay, I guess I'll just wait over here now. And then now there's 2 cars that are stopped, and the person behind us is like, huh, they're both stopped. What idiots! Let me just go around them. And then they pull up, and they like drive up on the curve to get around us. And they're like, oh my goodness, there's a pedestrian crossing. I'll have to stop. And it just like, it's a cycle that continues. And I just don't understand why people can't wait.
So I think it has a lot to do with, well, like for me, because I live in California, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we have to travel such long distances to do anything in this fucking state that we get really furious over the fact that our 15-minute drive, that should only be 15 minutes, and in any other city, state, or whatever would always be 15 minutes, is somehow 45 minutes for us because traffic. And it drives us fucking nuts. And it pisses us off so much, we're willing to literally run people off the road and watch them die just to save an extra 5 minutes.
It's ridiculous.
And I'm with that. I will run you off the road and see the flames burning and just smile knowing that I got there 5 minutes faster now because that dumbass is now out of the way. But I feel that way because I do such long distance driving that I actually do, in reality, have to deal with a lot of really fucking stupid people that just do not know how to drive. I'm not like the crazy zipping and zagging through traffic. That's fucking insane, and that is dangerous, and I hate those people. And I'm not the kind of person where it's like, okay, we stopped because somebody has to cross the street. That happens. But there's a lot of situations like, oh my God, there is this car that's pulled over on the shoulder that's like 30 feet away from a lane, and I'm in the middle lane. Better crawl at 15 miles an hour so that I don't hit one of them. And it's like, you stupid son of a bitch, go the fucking speed limit. It's a freeway. I don't give a fuck about the people on the side of the road that you're watching because you're curious. Move. And that kind of stuff happens all the time.
Whenever there's like a car crash or something, and like everyone needs to know what's going on, so let's just slow down and stop and like take a look and
Yep. And I think a lot of them, I don't think they're necessarily doing it because they want to watch. I think they're doing it under some insanely retarded guise of, oh, I need to slow down because there's an accident, and that's just the law. And it's like, no, it's dangerous. You have to slow down. If it's on the shoulder and no one's around, you don't need to fucking slow down. If it's a work zone because there's a lot of people in the freeway or near the freeway, yes. But if it's already in the shoulder and it's no longer affecting anything, do not slow down. That is not required. If it is in the far right lane and you are 5 lanes over to the left, you do not need to slow down as you approach it. It's nowhere near you. Keep going the speed limit. Stop trying to cause accidents by slowing down. It's that slowing down is what causes even more accidents.
Mm-hmm.
It pisses me off so much. I hate it. Another perfect example is when people pull over to the side of the road as an emergency car is approaching, which normally you're supposed to do, but then there's a center divider, and they still pull over to the side of the road. And I'm just like, I want to fucking knock you out, you stupid piece of shit. He's not going to drive through the trees in the middle of the fucking road. You do not need to pull over to the side of the road. It's a center divider, a physical center divider. That fucking fire truck cannot drive through a forest. You do not need to pull over to the side of the road. That's probably the number one thing that pisses me off more than anything else. People that pull over for an emergency vehicle that's on a complete other side of a center divider. It's just, I don't understand what's going through their brain when they do that. Like, are you just so conditioned that the second you hear sirens, you need to pull over, that you're literally going to do it when it's in a completely different area? and doesn't affect you and isn't around you.
It would be better for people to pull off and get off the road if they're confused, if they don't know what's going on, if they don't know where stuff is coming from, for them to pull over and stop. Rather than just to continue la-di-da and, just pull into the intersection not realizing that the fire truck is coming down the other lane. And even though they have a green light, they should not be going because the fire truck is trying to cut across.
Oh no! I don't mean that. I mean like, let's say you're on a road and there's like, you're going on the right side of the road, 3 lanes, and then there's like a literal physical center divider. So let's say the center divider is literally a grassy knoll with some trees on it, like some cities.
Yes,
like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And the fire truck is on the other side of the road, and it literally could not get on your side of the road even if it wanted to barrel through those trees and come straight at you. And then they still pull over the side of the road. That's like you're on one street in a cul-de-sac and you hear a siren somewhere in the distance and you immediately pull over to the side of the road. It's like you're in a fucking cul-de-sac, dipshit. You don't even see the vehicle. It's not even within your neighborhood. Why are you pulling over the side of the road? It feels like that, because it's literally no further than that when you've got a center divider. They could not get to your side if they wanted to.
And I'm saying that if you don't see the fire truck, if you don't see the ambulance, it is better to pull over to the side of the road, figure out where it is, figure out what's going on. Because who knows, there might be a police car coming the other direction to meet up with them that doesn't have their sirens on or isn't as loud as the ambulance. So you only see the ambulance and,
And so this would be my response to that. Learn to open your eyes and pay attention to the road, dipshit. You're driving a vehicle that can kill someone. If you don't know where that siren's coming from, I don't want you on the road. Because they're loud. And you know where they're coming from. Those vehicles are very big. If they can't figure out where that siren's coming from, I don't want you to have a fucking driver's license.
There's plenty of reasons to not want people on the road.
Yeah. And seeing not being able to tell where the gigantic fire truck is that's 3 times the size of your car, in my opinion, is definitely one of them. Because you cannot not see a fire truck. It's big.
And all I'm saying is that it's far better for people.
Yeah.
It's far better for people to be safe, to be cautious, and not assume anything.
Yeah. I just wish they were doing it for that reason.
Yeah.
More often than not, they're not doing it for that reason.
There are just so many times where I've had people start to pull off the side of the road because they hear the ambulance in front of us. So we start pulling off and they're like, oh, okay, it must be close. Because we're looking behind us, we don't see it. I'm like, oh, it must be up in the cross street, either coming towards us or it's, on the cross street around the corner we can't see. So we pull over and I look behind us and everyone else is starting to pull over because they see basically the people in front of them pulling over. Except for one person that's like, I hear it, but I don't see the ambulance, so I'm just going to keep going. And then they pull up to the intersection, look both ways, and start going across in a red light. Because they're just like, well, everyone stopped. I can keep going.
I mean, that's again the perfect example of they shouldn't be driving because you don't ever cross a red light no matter what.
There are so many examples of you should not be driving, but like...
Yeah. You know what? Half of America just should not be driving.
Half of the population probably just should not exist. And I'm not being like Thanos mean here. I'm legitimately stating that they should not exist because there is this thing called, like, survival of the fittest. We have made it so genetically possible for stupid people to survive that it's ruining it for the rest of us.
I am so depressed that we don't allow Darwin to do its job more frequently. It's just so sad.
We need to make things more dangerous again.
We do. No, literally, we do. I am 100% in agreement here.
Coffee cups
I
should
don't
not
care.
say on the side, warning, contents may be hot. We do not need that. If you
We
go
don't.
and purchase coffee and you put it in anything, you are liable to know that what you have purchased may or may not be hot.
Yep.
That is entirely up to you. That is your business at one now. Like if you drive out of McDonald's or whatever and then you spill it on yourself, whose fault is that? Is that McDonald's fault for making, the cup bad or for making the coffee too hot? No.
So,
Once the transaction is
depends on how
completed
it's
and
built.
you are left to your own devices and you make a mess, you need to be aware that you have purchased coffee, that it is probably in a dumpy cup that, is mass produced.
Yep. I'm 100% with you on this, except in the case of if the lid comes off. Because honestly, the situation where you're given a coffee cup and then you're literally trying to put it down and the little act of holding it is enough for the lid to pop off, I hate that so much.
If you are going to
It doesn't happen
McDonald's,
often, but I hate it.
if you are going to McDonald's, do you expect the finest quality of cups and coffee?
I expect them to at least have a lid that can stay on the cup. That's all I'm expecting. I'm not even expecting the correct drink. I'm just expecting the lid to not come off.
You were
And
expecting the
sometimes-
lid to work.
Yes, I'm expecting the lid to work on a cup. This is the 2000s, folks. I think we
And-
figured out how to make cups work.
And I'm saying that if you are the type of idiot to go to McDonald's, hi Freddy, and purchased a
Hello.
terrible coffee from McDonald's, hi Freddy, to using
Hi.
a stupid cup that is just mass produced and stamped out, hi Freddy, do you expect this kind of one-use cup that barely is usable once, hi Freddy, to even... Sorry, Freddy works at McDonald's.
You know what? You know what? If I can drink out of a straw that's somehow fucking made out of paper, then I think the lid should be able to stay on a cup. Because I still don't know how the fuck that works.
Hi, Sparrow.
Sorry, that was so that's the most targeted thing I've ever done.
Oh my god. But no,
For some-
I think we all agree on the fact that we need to let stupid people do stupid things more often instead of stopping them. I
I
agree.
saw a post these days that was like something like, "Oh guys, check this out! Like child predators are pretending to be like chicken nuggets to lure your child." And they're like, if your child is going to meet chicken nuggets from the internet, that's just natural selection.
What?
Yeah, it seemed that like
You heard about an internet post luring kids somewhere with chicken nuggets?
I beg your pardon?
They were pretending to be chicken nuggets.
Pretending to be chicken nuggets.
Yes.
So
Were
they
they?
were pretending to be chicken nuggets that had the internet and the ability to type on a computer.
Exactly.
Which is
And someone
most
just said-
children nowadays,
Yeah, and-
unfortunately.
Yeah, and someone just said, if your children fall for it, it's just natural selection.
So, you remember how I said we need to let Darwin take its place? This is why. Because apparently we're raising kids that think that chicken nuggets can use the internet.
Okay, then.
The fuck are you going to tell me next? That people believe the earth is flat?
Just don't start with that.
I still can't believe people believe in that.
No, if I ever bump into someone who says the Earth is that the Earth is flat, immediate bitch slap.
Yes. No, not even bitch slap. I'm just going to straight knock them out. And then when the police come and arrest me and they say, why did you do that? I'm going to tell them, because this dumbass thought the earth was flat. And they're going to immediately unhandcuff me and say, have a nice day, citizen. Because how could you not punch someone like that?
Uh, and the fact that these flat earthers have tried so many tests just to prove that the earth is flat, and they failed so many times, and yet they're still trying.
No, don't you understand? I can see a city from the other side of a river. That means the Earth is flat and not round.
Like, now going back to the McDonald's statement, why you gotta attack me, Sparrow? Why do you gotta attack me?
You are an expert. You know exactly how McDonald's works.
Yes, I do. We have frozen freaking pancakes in the walk-in. We don't even cook them. We just put them in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's too much work to cook them.
Exactly. We're lazy. most of the
Actually,
time.
I have a legitimate question, and this is:
Go on.
when you guys make burgers or whatnot, and you start with the bottom bun, you put the stuff in, you put the top bun on, and you start to wrap it up. Does everyone just not know how much a pressure to apply, or specifically when you are wrapping it up, that you legitimately just smash it down to make it just like flat?
All right. So the thing about wrapping, from the line is that sometimes, like, let's just say like it's like lunch rush, and the managers want the burgers out ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who make the burgers are under pressure, being rushed, and they're just
And they just
they're
slap
like-
it together.
they basically slap it together, but at the same time, they sort of smush them and we throw them under a chute that leads that has a conveyor belt going up to the front.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some times where we apply salt, and customers like complain there's too much salt on the burger, and I understand that, honestly.
I've never had a salty burger. All my burgers have been like dry and tasteless. Yeah, bland. That's the correct term.
So basically,
So I
plain
just
and
wanted
dry.
to ask if that was like a specific type of, mode that they apply. They're like, this is what you need to do when you make your burgers. You need to fold them and squish them down flat to make sure, like, it's not
It is
something that the
standard
corporation
procedure.
has told you. It is legitimately user error. It is employee ineptitude.
So the other thing is that when someone's bagging the burger as well, they have to. So they sometimes like put one too many burgers on top of one of them. But
Yeah.
let's just say like you put like 2 cheeseburgers on the very bottom and then a 20-piece box. I've seen that happen multiple times, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like the vast majority of the time, whenever I get burgers and they're smushed, it's usually because they were put at the bottom of a whole pile of things.
Yeah. And
But then again, I usually get the McDoubles. They're kind of smushed by nature anyway.
yeah. And then there's bundle boxes, thing I hate.
Why do you hate bundle boxes?
Because, okay, so we have this box, like, it could fit, like, 15 burgers inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that there's people who don't know the difference from the bundle box, it's like, hey, can I get the bundle? Bitch, what kind of bundle? Like, we have the double cheeseburger and small fry bundle, the hot and spicy small fry bundle, the 4 hot and spicy 4 cheeseburgers, 1 20-piece 2 medium fries, 4 McChickens, 4 cheeseburgers, 1 20-piece 2 medium fries. We also have the 4 cheeseburgers, 20-piece basket fries, 4 McChickens, 4 20-piece and basket fries. The list goes on.
What was the one you said three ones ago?
The 4 McChickens, 4 cheeseburgers, 1 20-piece and 2 medium fries.
No. The one before that. Something about fries.
4 cheeseburgers, 20-piece basket of fries.
No, that doesn't sound right. Go through the whole list again.
All right, we got. Okay, so
So that's just bullying.
Start-
Something
from the
about
very
sweet and
beginning.
sour fries. I'm interested in that.
we,
I want to speak
don't
to your
got any-
manager. Manager, this employee told me that you had sweet and sour fries. I want to try that.
I mean, we got sweet and sour sauce. You can dip the fries in that.
Oh my god.
I'm like over here, like, what did I say? Three minutes.
Three.
Oh my god.
Any other complaints or questions about McDonald's?
Yeah, since we have the McDonald's expert in here.
Mhm.
You actually met the guy that invented McDonald's, right?
Can confirm nor deny.
Wait, you met the clown himself?
You've met the clown.
Yeah, he just cheers out. He cheers out in the freezer. He just stares at us blankly. Even though-
You've met him?
The thing-
I'm sorry, not him.
The thing is that
It?
he's
You've
in a
met
block
it?
of ice. He's in a block of ice in the freezer. He's just like he's standing there with his hand out, like he's waving at us.
Every McDonald's freezer is cooled by the frozen
Oh
statue
my
of Ronald.
god.
Yeah, it's like Captain America where he got frozen in the block of ice. It's just
So-
instead of Captain America, we have Ronald McDonald.
I
So
wonder
actually-
if there's like a big red button every McDonald's where they press it and just like
So,
melts
so
off the ice to
on
release
special
it.
on
Oh,
special events, we do take them out.
This reminds me of that one SCP that is like, it's like this horrifying clown, but it like spits out burgers and it bleeds ketchup. And if like you can like cut open its stomach and root around in its intestines, and it's all like fries and like McMuffins and stuff.
Why?
And it tastes exactly like the McDonald's brand food. And it's like wrapped up and everything. Yeah, someone decided to make an SCP story about this. And that's how I knew
That's
that
weird.
things were getting lazy.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
So I do actually have a legitimate question about McDonald's.
Okay.
How?
So I want to bring up a new topic. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait. So
No,
how-
I'm interested.
Okay. How do you milk Grimace to get the stuff for his shake?
All right. When you
Okay.
said you had a legitimate question,
All right, so
no, I will not allow you to describe the milking process on my channel. There were certain things that I will allow, such as swearing. I will gloss over, but we will not get into the visceral details
Milking Grimace.
of milking Grimace.
you see, it's not milking Grimace; it's a whole
Freddy?
other process.
Freddy,
Oh my god.
do not make me Thanos snap you out of this call.
Oh my god. That is awesome.
Unfortunately, under Sparrow's command, that information is gonna be classified.
Gotcha.
Literally, your Discord, like, what was it? Your status yesterday was Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good.
Stark, I don't feel so good.
'Cause he was feeling sick.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, whoa. Okay. This is important.
Yes.
I just passed by an office building that is called the Everything Company.
I actually do know about this company. They don't have everything.
Fuck you.
Well, I mean,
I
you've been to
legitimately
Staples,
now
right?
wonder- Staples? Yeah, I've been
Staples
to
sells Staples.
Yeah.
Now, have you gone into Dick's Sporting Goods?
They definitely do not sell dicks.
They don't.
Damn it.
No.
They do
They
sell
really
balls,
don't.
though. Which I
They
feel
do.
like balls.
I feel cheated every time I go into a Hooters. I never see any owls in there.
Damn right.
I mean, I go
I
to
don't want
this
to see
place.
women. I want to see the owls.
Yeah, I go to this place to get some fucking chicken wings and some cute ass fucking owls. Where's my owls?
Don't they actually have like shops like that in Japan where you can go like a cat store or like a bird's like a
Yeah.
it's like a cross between an actual like coffee shop and petting zoo for different animals.
Yeah, I actually found one when I was out and about in the area with Sabi. We found a cat cafe.
Cool.
We were like, holy fucking shit, they actually exist in California. It's like, what the fuck?
Were there any furries there?
There were a lot of cats. There
Okay.
was a fucking Himalayan cat. We had to literally turn around and walk away as fast as possible because we were getting really tempted to go inside there.
I'm waiting for a furry to apply to that job.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious. A fucking furry working at a cat cafe. Holy shit.
Actually, to be perfectly honest, if there was such a thing as a fursona zoo where people could go in and like clock in
no,
and like get paid to
no.
do it,
No.
if we
do not
paid
need-
if we paid them to put them behind bars,
No.
I would approve of this.
Pharaoh,
It would get them
We
off
are
the
not-
streets.
Pharaoh, we are not paying people to go into a fursona zoo and pet the furry. We all know where that's going to end up.
I don't think
We all know what's going to happen when you pet the furry.
Well, they're already in horny jail, so it's fine.
Yeah.
See, you pet the furry.
Be hearing woos.
No, see, you pet the furry, they're not going to bite back. They're going to yip back.
There are laws for this. What is this image that you've...
Oh, I just wrote that because Dagger was talking about the Hooters, and my brother made this.
That's a really cool owl lamp. Anywho.
I will check that out when I am not driving it. It was
Yes,
actually
exactly.
I think he was also working on a moose. Anyways,
Mm.
Anyways,
We could keep talking about problems with food and driving, but I think I'd like to combine the two topics into something else, if you don't mind. How about getting
eating food
orders
off the hood of
wrong?
the car. Oh god.
For someone who works in the McDonald's drive,
Yeah, actually, specifically, what's it like on your end when an order is done wrong and someone comes to you and complains?
alright, so when it comes to like order taking, there are people who like speak so fucking quiet. I'm like, sir, ma'am, could you please speak up? Can I get it? I'm sorry, I can barely hear you. Can you please speak up? Can I get a? So when it comes to orders, you gotta memorize the menu basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta know where everything is. You gotta know what you gotta know what can be made into a meal. You gotta know what cannot be made into a meal. The funny thing is, we do not charge for cups of water.
Can I have 500 cups of water, please?
Absolutely. Pull up the second window.
Have you ever had someone that says, "Yes, can I get the second thing down on the left of the menu that I'm looking at? The second thing down on the left."
Actually. Though I did have a fair enough amount of people ask, on the screen over here, ma'am, I cannot see the screen you're looking at. I have an entirely different screen on
Can
my
I
end.
get the number 15?
Ma'am, we don't have a number 50. Are you possibly talking about the number 10, the 10 piece? Wait, no, number 5, the 10 piece. No, that's the other thing. People would say number 10 for the 10 piece nugget.
Oh my god.
No,
And I'm like-
when I say number 15, I actually want number 9 and number 6 together, please.
And then when it comes to like, okay, so we could void off orders like $3 or below, but anything like over that, we gotta get management to take that off with a thumb. So there are times where like people are like ordering bundle boxes, and they say instead of the hot and spicy, can I get the regular McChicken? And that pisses me off so fucking much, to the point where I'm just like, I want to say fuck you, but all I can do is, of course, just give me one moment.
Can I get the deluxe extra double crispy bacon cheeseburger minus all of the extra patties, sauce, and cheese and everything? Can I just get 3 buns?
And lots
the
of
buns on the side.
Yeah, replace the fries with more buns.
Can
Like,
I swap
can I get
out all the
extra
different
bacon
items on it for just cheese? Can I get 2 buns and like 17 slices of cheese? Yes, of course. We'll make it a permanent item on our menu.
Just for you.
Have you seen that?
I have not. And if
You
someone has
haven't
ever-
seen the cheeseburger that's just 17 slices of
Oh,
cheese in
wait.
between bread?
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I've seen that video before. Actually, never mind. I've lied. Cheese.
Oh my god.
No. At Burger King, the real cheeseburger. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. This is a real thing on their
what?
menu right now.
So it's a grilled cheese.
Well, it's not grilled, but
So they put a grilled cheese on the menu and then chose not to grill it.
we'll see.
Because that's a grilled
Telgar, that
cheese.
would require something called effort.
But if you have 2 pieces of bread and cheese, that's a grilled cheese. It doesn't matter what you do to it, it's a grilled cheese. And if you don't grill it, then you just don't know how the fuck to make a grilled cheese. It doesn't it doesn't not make it a cheeseburger. It doesn't not make it a grilled cheese. It's still a grilled cheese. You just don't know how to make a grilled cheese.
Cheese between bread is not a grilled cheese.
Yes,
What
it
the
is.
hell?
No,
The
it's
grilled
not.
How much is
Just
this?
cheese between
A
2
grilled
breads
sandwich is a
cheese.
grilled sandwich only if you grill it. It doesn't matter what the contents of it are.
No, there's no such thing as a sandwich that is just cheese. That is a grilled cheese. So if you've got
That
a
is not a
sandwich,
grilled cheese. That is a
So you
cheese
can't have a
sandwich.
baked cheese sandwich.
no, you can't have a cheese sandwich or a baked cheese sandwich or any cheese sandwich that is not a grilled cheese. It makes
You're
no
just
sense.
a liar.
No, it makes no sense. You're not gonna
I'm
put a
not
piece of
saying that
cheese
it doesn't
that's
make
not-
sense. I'm saying that what
Yeah.
you're saying is just falsehood.
Doesn't make sense.
So any
I-
sandwich that has cheese in it suddenly becomes a grilled
Just
cheese.
No, just cheese. If it's just cheese, it's a grilled cheese. Obviously, if you add more things to the cheese, then you need to grill it, and then you can consider like
Okay,
a fancy
all
grilled
right.
cheese.
What
But if
about
it's just cheese?
a ham and cheese
Not-
sandwich?
A ham and cheese sandwich is a ham and cheese sandwich.
What if I grill it?
That's a grilled ham and cheese sandwich.
Well, that's a grilled ham and cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Exactly.
But there is no singular cheese sandwich. No one in their right fucking mind is going to take a slice of cheese and put it in a sandwich, and it's just that. Unless
What
they grill
about
it.
a double cheese grilled sandwich?
I'm not saying that people don't want it. I'm saying that,
A double cheese grilled cheese sandwich is still a grilled cheese sandwich.
but that's your opinion.
Because it's just cheese.
That's not fact.
No.
People
No,
can
it's
do
fact.
stuff that doesn't make sense.
No, I will fucking die on this hill. I will fucking die on this hill. If it is cheese and bread, it is a grilled cheese. You just don't know how to fucking grill something.
You're just
I will die on this hill.
Alright.
wrong.
All right, I'm gonna change the subject real quick. Okay, I have one favorite. I have one favorite secret menu item.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
can I guess what it is?
Go ahead.
Is it that stupid thing that you can order when you go to like that one special time between 10:30 and 11 where they're just getting off of breakfast and they're switching into their lunch and dinner options, where you can get like a McChicken griddle.
No.
Okay.
It's called the McGangbang.
Okay.
Oh my god, what is the McGangbang?
Alright, so the McGangbang is basically a double cheeseburger with a hot and spicy patty in between the two. between the two patties. So, it basically is that one couch meat.
I mean, that actually sounds like something I would try once.
I get
Like the
asked
McRib, I
that
will never touch
regularly.
that piece of shit.
People order that regularly. I would say every couple days.
That's funny.
Uh,
That is funny.
Since we are on the weird food subject, can we touch that elephant in the room, the pineapple pizza?
I was about to say, are you gonna say, while we're on the subject of McGangbangs, it's like, where the fuck is this going?
no, it's generally a secret menu item.
Yeah, that is so funny. All right, so pineapple on a pizza. I can understand that some people like the idea of sweet and savory, but I just don't like the idea of something sweet being on something that is savory. If you like it, that's fine, but I think it is incredibly gross.
I think I tried it
Because
once.
I like I've tried it many, many times. I've had to eat pineapple on a pizza because that was the only pizza, and I was just that fucking hungry. And I had a bite or two, and then I ripped off the rest of the pineapples because I just could not stand it. I don't know what it is, but the sweetness of a pineapple is really strong, and it just feels weird to the spiciness or the savoriness of meat and sauce and
Okay.
cheese.
All right. Who
I
here
don't
likes
like it.
who here likes fruit on pizza? Who here likes vegetables on pizza?
I just take a generic cheese pizza. That's all I do.
I mean, if you're gonna see like fruit on pizza, tomato technically is a fruit.
I'm not talking about the sauce. I'm talking about the actual vegetables.
Yeah,
Things
you
like
can put, like, a
mushrooms
slice of
and
tomato.
onions and peppers.
Yeah.
I-
I'm not going to enter on this subject because there is banana pizza in Brazil.
Well, I'm sure it's probably different or whatnot.
Yes.
Here's the thing for me is that it's not about the flavor. It's not about the flavor profile or the way that the things. Don't show me images like that. I legitimately, my heart skipped a beat because I had palpitations. Like, you have legitimately triggered me by showing me that image.
Sorry. I'm removing it.
It's the texture. I mean, and I am weird, so I will admit this, but it is all about the textures for me. So when I have something that is like soft and gooey and warm, and then you introduce something that is gooey and crunchy or like chewy, that it's so weird. I just cannot have it. So having something like if you're like having just cheesy goodness, and then suddenly there's like a rubbery mushroom or a crunchy onion, I can't do that. It's the reason why I can't have mixed salads or anything. I can't even have smoothies because I can taste each individual thing, the grittiness and the ice.
So if you were to order a strawberry banana smoothie from McDonald's, you would taste all of that.
Yes. Actually, no. I would probably taste the banana smoothie concoction mixture that they have that is then added into like crushed ice.
The powder.
So the thing is,
You
when we
taste that
make,
powder.
of course, everything is made with a machine, basically.
I can taste if a smoothie is real or like a milkshake is real or whatnot. I can tell if it's a powder. I can tell if it's like a liquid or like a syrup, and I can tell if it's like a cream.
So
Each
we
one has a different
carry
type
the
of
syrup in the back.
Hello?
Yeah. Freddy just muted.
Everyone
himself.
just stopped talking. I was like, what is going on? Okay.
I was quiet because Freddy was
I have
talking.
no idea what happened.
See, my take is that if you have a piece of bread, or if you have some sort of baked good that you can either describe as crust or bread or some other pastry, equivalent, that does not make it a base for pizza. If you put something on top of it that is not sauce, then it does not make it a pizza. It's not about the toppings. Cheese is not required for it to make a pizza. Red sauce is not required for it to make it a pizza, because you can do like white sauce and whatnot. When you decide to replace sauce with dressing, and you're like, oh, it's still got mushrooms and olives and cabbage on it and whatnot, it's a salad pizza. That's not a pizza anymore. You have taken a salad and you have dropped it on top of a coaster.
Yeah.
The crust alone is not the pizza. It is not the sauce on the bread that makes it a pizza. It is a conglomeration of different things. And people say, oh, well, you go back into the original creation of the pizza. It was like Greek. It was like you took cheese and you took, whatever you wanted and you put it on pita bread and that made it a pizza. Yes. But the conglomerate factor is that it requires a sauce, it requires a cheese, and it requires some base. It does not even have to be bread, but it does require those three aspects, not those specific ingredients, but those aspects for it to be considered a pizza. In the same way that a sandwich is something between two slices of bread.
Yeah.
Me personally, I prefer a bread sandwich.
I would argue that.
So you just have 3 slices of bread?
Exactly.
Because if you have 2 slices of bread, that's not a sandwich. It's not a sandwich until you have something between it.
Yeah. And a third piece of bread.
Because otherwise it's just bread.
Because a hamburger is a sandwich, but a hot dog is not, because it's one piece that's folded around.
A hot dog is a taco, basically, just soft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot dogs are soft tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay, and where burritos enter?
What? Where does pizza enter?
like
Pizza is not part of the sandwich community.
Burritos. Where do burritos fall?
Burritos are burritos.
Burritos? Yeah, burritos are their own.
Burritos are entirely wrapped. But that's when you start to get tricky, because when you consider things like pizzones or, dumplings, it's specifically the type of breading and how it's prepared.
Yeah.
Anywho, we're getting really off the rails at this point. Going back
this whole episode's been off rails.
And it's been great. I do want to get back to the original topic I was trying to talk about, which was wrong orders. And I have a story, if you don't mind. My dad owns a company. Yes.
I was going to say, this whole episode is a wrong order.
No one ordered
Well,
this.
please,
Nobody
continue.
asked for this. This was not made to order. Nobody requested this of us. We're doing this of our own volition.
This wasn't this y'all didn't ask to cook to order.
This is not a show. This is not a performance. This is literally street art that's getting literal fecal matter getting thrown against a wall and waiting for someone to come up and being like, ah, yes.
So we're the Chris Angel of podcasts.
So my dad owns this company, and basically what he does is he's middle management because he does not work at the factory where they make the stuff, and he does not sell the stuff directly. But basically what he does is he's like, I have connections, I will do the paperwork, I will get you in touch with, you tell me what you want, I'll contact the factory, we'll get it shipped to you, and, you can build your house. So,
yeah.
My dad can get in contact with the actual people that work at the factory and be like, yes, we've, popped out the things from the mold, it's got the all packaged up. We just need the truck to get here. And then he can get in touch with the trucking company, and they'll be like, yes, okay, we've got a truck that can get to you at this point in time, and they've got this many other stops, and they're going to collect this much stuff. Okay. And then he'll be like, okay, so, and he gives that information to the customer, and it's like, okay, they'll be at your location at this time, apparently, and, it's all good to go. The freaking truck driver, though. The truck drivers are so entitled, because their opinion is, I just have to go here, I go there, and I clock out for the day. But no, it's not that simple, because you have paperwork. You have to make sure that you're actually picking up the right load, that you're actually delivering the right load at the proper location, at the proper time. Because no, you can't just show up at 9 o'clock at night, expect your truck to get unloaded so that you can make your delivery next morning at 6. That's not how that works. If you want to sit on the side of the road until tomorrow morning because you decided to be late for whatever reason, because, I don't know, you decided to stop at the truck stop and, get a bag of Swishers, so, you didn't make it through customs an hour late, and now you're, 6 hours behind. No, we're not going to do that. And every single time my dad, tries to get in touch with them, okay, yes, he gets in touch with the factory, yep, they came and got it. Okay, I'm going to get in touch with the trucking company. Yep, the truck is out, and we see them on the schedule, and they should be going. It's like, okay, now let me try and call the truck driver. No response. Truck driver does not exist. Truck driver's name is no on the books. It's a ghost truck that is just, non-existent until, 3 hours before they're supposed to arrive. Hello, I'm here. Where were you? Why did you not call me? Oh, I did not know I had to get in touch with you. Yes, we gave you specific instructions because I'm 6-hour drive away. You were supposed to call me 7 hours so that I can plan to make sure that I get there on time. Well, I'm here now. Will you please unload my truck? It's like... And yes, I am giving him an Indian accent because most of the drivers that we have problems with are Indian. And it's so difficult that even when we do get in contact with them, it's so difficult to communicate with them. Hello, so you will be there at 7 o'clock? No, I will not be there, but there will be a crew standing by to help you unload. Unfortunately, they won't be there until 9. Do you think you can wait at that point? So you will be there to unload at 7? No, I will. And sometimes they speak way too fast and like, so there, okay. I cannot understand you. Do you mind speaking slower? Okay. So, you think that you will be there tonight? Can you possibly speak a little bit more clearly and slowly so that we can understand each other? Okay, see you, goodbye. It makes me want to cry. As soon as I see them, I want to strangle them. And then, of course, once we get there, they're like, so I've been waiting for 7 hours. Are you going to be paying for me because I'm late behind? We are behind schedule because you have put us behind schedule. This is your fault. This is not the dispatch. This is not the customer. This is your fault. But so you're going to pay me, correct? No, we're not. Actually, there is one time that we did get in call of a truck driver, and we said, okay, you get off the freeway at this exit, you go down this specific road, we will be waiting for you on that road. All you have to do is drive to us, and then we'll, chauffeur you in. We know it's a little bit tricky to get in there, but we will lead you in. 5 hours later, we cannot get in touch with them, so we call dispatch, and they don't know what's happened to them. We call like the police, like the local sheriff, and they're like, oh, well, we did hear that there's this semi that went down an old logging road and got stuck. Maybe that's your guys. They just followed their GPS blindly because they're like, oh, this is a shortcut, rather than listening to us and the instructions that we have so very carefully laid out for them. And then by the time that he gets there, like 7 hours behind where he's supposed to be, he's like, so you're going to pay for my tow, correct? No, we're not going to pay for your tow. You did not follow our instructions. You showed up late. You have failed at your delivery.
Yep.
So guess what happened today?
What happened?
We were supposed to get a delivery Monday, and it got pushed back to Tuesday. Because they're like, well, they haven't showed up to the factory yet for whatever reason, so maybe they'll be here first thing in the morning. All the morning trucks get in there and pick up. Still not there. By the end of the day, Tuesday, they're like, oh yeah, they came through here and they picked it up and they'll be there tomorrow. I'm like, okay, so they'll be here Wednesday. And so we try and get in touch with them, like, at the end of the day. And he's like, yeah, we'll be there at 7. And it's like, no, you were supposed to be there at 9 because, they won't be there. He's like, I will be there at 7. And I'm like, okay. And so they were supposed to be here yesterday, and they just didn't show up. Also didn't tell us anything. Honestly, I don't know what's worse, when they just completely ghost us and don't show up at all, and then we have no information of what's happened to them or where they're going, or when they show up too early and then call and say, hey, I'm here. Where are you? Like, can you unload me already? I've been waiting here for 2 hours. I don't know if that's worse or them just, delaying. And I don't know why. Because they come over the border, so we know roughly where they are, and then they just decide, it's like, well, if they take this path, they should be there in like a couple hours, and then, that many hours go by, and we try and get in touch with them, and usually we can't, but sometimes we do, and we're like, so where are you? And they're like, oh, I decided to pull over to the side of the road and take a nap because I'm tired, because I was waiting in customs.
So what you're saying is that somewhere on the road there's like a quantum tunnel that disappears with truck drivers and make them show up late.
So much of the pain and stress that I experience in life is people not communicating. It is so helpful to be like, even last minute, be like, hey, this is the situation that I'm in. I don't think I'm going to be able to do what you asked. At least that much is information to work with. But most of the time, people are like, oh, if I say that, they're going to be upset. So I better not say anything until I show up and it's too late. And, it's so distressing. I'm legitimately distraught over, Because I just don't understand why people don't talk. It's just, why? Why won't you say anything? Why do
I
people just do stuff and not think about it or care? Someone else talk, I'm
I
done.
I know why this happens, and this is
Bro,
one of the
defeated.
reasons why it took me so long to get myself like to put myself back in the tracks. Basically, I have like so much like ego and pride that like, oh, I messed it up. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it, and I didn't, and it gets worse and it gets worse. And eventually, I had to learn. Okay, I need to ask for help.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand that when I first started working for my dad. Didn't want to ask for help or ask for clarification because he's like, "What? You don't even remember what I told you to do? Like, why can't you even follow this simple?" You know. And eventually, he did learn that it's like it is better for me to ask for help or clarification for even the stupid and dumbest things, you know. But yeah,
Yeah, I
I
never
mean,
had
even
problem of
through school, I would be like, "Hey, teacher, I know that you want this on the assignment, and I'm a little behind. Can I have an extension?" They're like, "Oh yeah, you can turn it in late." I'm like, "Okay." So I, managed to get it out and like turn it in like an hour late, or the day later, and they marked me down 2 full grades, and I'm like, "Why did you mark me down?" I'm like, "Well, because it's late." "You told me I could turn it in late." I'm like, "Yeah, you can turn it in late. I'm gonna lower the grade." Why do I even talk to you then? It took me so long to learn that it's better to turn in something on time or early at like 50% done than it is to turn in something 100% perfect, even a smidgen late. And that is not how the world should run. Not to me, at least.
Why we can have nice thing.
If people pulled up to the drive-through and said, "I want my meal now," and you handed them 2 chicken nuggets from your bare hands, and that was satisfying enough for them, I don't think the world would be the same way. You wait for stuff to get done properly. Doesn't it? I'm sorry if it happens a little bit later. Dock some pay or whatnot, but you want it done right.
Yeah, I think the better is to the in between. Like, okay, you have the 50% done, but you give them okay, it should be ready like in this amount of time if I don't have any complications or something like that. So everyone is in the same page.
I just don't like that I'm whining.
Oh,
I,
trust me. At least it ain't me.
I mean,
I
that's what this podcast is supposed to be, is like getting
yeah,
this stuff
whining,
out.
Yeah.
rambling.
Unfortunately for me, like talking about stuff doesn't help me work through the process. I just get even more wound up about it. Like, "Oh, and did I tell you this story about this guy and about this happened?" I just need to move past stuff. But yeah, anyone else have anything they want to say?
I went to go pick up a friend, and when I turned to look for the friend, I saw a window in somebody's apartment where there was a big, gigantic Santa Claus just standing in the window, staring directly at me, exactly where I was parked waiting for my friend. And I had to just park there and wait for 4 whole minutes, just having that Santa stare me down.
And it was in
Oh,
October.
Have you been
No,
a
no, it was
good boy
literally,
this year?
yesterday. Yeah, no,
I
it's
mean,
like, who
we
has a gigantic Santa, like, mannequin standing in their window staring out at anybody that walks by? That is some creepy ass shit.
I mean, we had this talk last session. We were talking about people putting up decorations before their time. And I mean, nobody
Yeah, but I mean,
complains about
it's
having a
December now.
Christmas tree up in January. Because literally winter is in January.
I mean, yeah, true. As long as it's down by February, I feel.
I mean, it is for you guys because here is summer.
Yeah. I think it's okay for a Christmas tree to be up in January, just not February.
Is Christmas... Christmas isn't celebrated everywhere.
No.
I know it's not celebrated in Japan.
Nope. I mean, they kind of celebrate it, but it's not celebrated as Christmas.
They understand that us Americans like to enjoy certain things when we come to visit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they have like a pseudo Christmas just for the sake of consumerism, which is what a lot of places that don't normally celebrate Christmas now do. They kind of celebrate it as a consumerism type thing now. Kind of like how in Japan it is actually a custom for a lot of people to go and get KFC for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. People think that Americans just love KFC. It's really funny.
It is.
If you get off the plane in like Hawaii, they put like the flower like necklace on you, the lei or whatnot. I would just love I for like foreign people to come to America thinking that when they land in the States we put a cowboy hat on you.
Okay. Put a cowboy hat
Yeah.
and hand you a gun.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
hand you,
partner.
yeah, they hand you a gun. Yeah, that's better.
Welcome to America.
And then if you go to Japan, they hand you a body pillow.
Ohio.
Ohio.
John. Konnichiwa. I don't know.
Where do I get myself some of that sake?
Okay, so me personally, I mainly work morning shifts to afternoon shifts. Like I leave around 2 o'clock, at 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So the thing about morning shifts is we're mostly dead, but a lot of people come drive through or either call in an order and say, "Hey, could I get like something a McGriddle?"
Can I get a number 9? A number 9 large.
Large, number 7 with A. But no, there are times where we're like, there's like 3-4 people, mainly 2, and we call it the graveyard shift because, of course, everyone's asleep.
Can
So
I get pickles on my soda?
So I wake up around 4 o'clock in the morning. I go into work around 4:30. And the thing is, people tend to come to the drive-through and say, "Hey, can I get the number 7?" The number 7 is the sausage burrito, and we normally don't have those until like 7 o'clock. So it's like a whole like 12-minute wait. And they're banging on the back window like, "Hey, what's taking so long?" Person, you understand that it's early in the morning. We're still getting things ready. We're barely getting the McGriddles done. We're getting the biscuits done. We're getting the McMuffins done. We only have 3 people on shift at the moment.
Anyone
And
that
you're
goes to a
rushing them.
place before the sun is up and expects it to be working at full capacity is just an idiot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like,
I
they're over
don't
here.
care if your store opens at 2. I'm not expecting you to be working at full spectrum until like maybe several hours later.
So then it
I
becomes this
expect you
whole
to have
big deal.
15 burgers already ready.
And that
by,
deal
like,
becomes a complaint, and that complaint becomes a big old issue. They're mad. We're getting mad. It pisses everyone off. And they ask, you know what? Just give me my money back. Give me a refund. I was like, ay, ay, ay. People are just too self-centered and only think about themselves. Just, I feel like people just forget that some people are also people.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, there's other people? Other people exist?
Wait,
I
about
was
the
the only
main
person.
character?
I feel so. People have who have successful jobs and everything. They think of us people who work at fast food joints or any other low paying jobs, just think of us as fools just for that company. So that they don't see us as actual human beings, just things. They see us as fucking things, and that
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Well, it's
I
because you're idiots. You're working for McDonald's. You are less than a human to be working at a job like that, obviously.
It is insane how many people think that way. It really is.
you don't
Like,
need to be a
holy
CEO. You
hell.
just need to have TikTok.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone thinks it's hilarious when they see like a TikTok trend of like someone being like, "Oh, I'm gonna grab the ice cream and throw it back at the person that handed it to me."
We're doing a
Mhm.
TikTok dance in the restroom.
I didn't want chocolate ice cream. I wanted vanilla ice cream, and they literally throw it back in their face. It's like, no, you actually did order chocolate ice cream. Also, that's a felony. That's literally assault, and you
Yeah.
could be arrested, and you should be
Have-
arrested.
we are able to print out your receipts and see what you ordered.
Yeah. You can also literally just look at the screen too.
Exactly.
The screen literally has the order there.
Well, you clearly just misheard me. You idiot. You moron. You buffoon. Dance monkey. Perform
Granted-
for me.
Granted, there are a shit ton of times when I order something and they literally just ignore some of the words that I'm saying. But I don't chalk that up to them not hearing it. I chalk it up to they probably have shitty equipment and can't hear it.
If I ask for
I'm
no
sure.
pickles on my hamburger and I end up getting pickles on my hamburger, I don't drive back and bust down their door and be like, "How dare you? You
Oh, no, I'm talking-
insignificant. You are an ant beneath my boot. You work at McDonald's. You are the worst of the worst. How could you not even possibly follow the simplest instructions of no pickle? How do you put something on? I didn't even ask you to put extra stuff on. I asked you not to put stuff on. It's literally less work for you to not put pickles on my burger. How dare you?"
I can completely understand people freaking out if they're allergic to something, but that's it. I mean, just pick the fuck off the burger and shove it and go on. Because that happens to me all the time, and I'm like, who cares? I just pick it off and I keep eating it.
Exactly. You could just take it off yourself.
Yeah. Now, granted,
Like
if you're allergic to it, then I can understand. But also, if you're allergic to something that is common, you should probably check for it before you actually eat your burger, because you need to automatically assume that it was not done right. Because that's what a smart person with allergies would do. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Like when it comes to condiments, that's a whole different story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did get
You can't-
lettuce in my fries once.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
What?
that's what I'm saying. I don't know how that happened.
How? How?
There
Oh, no,
was
I know
like
exactly.
a piece of lettuce like in the bottom of one of the like fry cups, and then like the
Okay,
fries
that's
were
weird.
just jammed in on top of it. And I'm like, there's no way that could have just fallen in. Someone
Yeah,
legitimately
that's-
had to put it in there. Honestly, sometimes I
That's
wonder if McDonald's workers are just so bored that they're like, how badly can I mess up this order and get away with it? That's what I think sometimes. Or like they're literally betting each other like, oh dude, I could totally put like onions in this guy's salad and he wouldn't even know.
Oh my god.
It has been an hour. So if we want to cut it here now, or does anyone else have any other stories or things that they want to talk about?
Anime.
Nah, I actually just ended up parking in my hotel, so I'm good.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and cut it off here. Thanks
Okay.
for being here, Freddie. For being our guest
Of course.
today.
Thank you
Of
for being
course.
our expert guest.
Even though I've been targeted.
I am so sorry.
No,
We
no, the
were
thing
just
is,
talking about
I
McDonald's, and I was like, oh, it'd be so great to get Freddie in here because he's an insider. He knows things.
I know. I opened up Twitch. I checked what you were doing, and all I hear is McDonald. I was like, okay, what are they talking? What are they talking about? I was like, I'm like in the chat, like,
And put me in, coach. Get me in the studio.
I'm like curious, like, okay, they're talking about McDonald's. I gotta see what's happening, and then you type, hey, do you want to get in here? I was like, sure, why not? I got nothing better to do, and I'm just here. I'm over here getting attacked left, right, back, and center.
When you joined the call, and I was like, so if you go to McDonald's, like our friend Freddie here works at, and you get an order of something that our friend Freddie would put in.
Oh, I've never felt so attacked in my life.
I've never attacked someone so much.
Yo, it's just like it felt like 1,000 swords stabbing me. So many insults. Damn, I know we're a shitty ass company, but damn.
Thanks for joining. Now you must die.
Ah.
All right. That's enough.